We have both been assigned a patient who has had a total hip replacement, and we will be working together in order to help this patient improve their functional status. And as a physical therapist, my job will be to select the appropriate mobility aid or device and to train its appropriate use, integrate any hip precautions into movement and position changes, design and implement an exercise program for hip strength and range of motion, and transfer safely to toilet, tub, and chair, and this will be with the assistance of the OT.
As an occupational therapist, my job will be to integrate the mobility aid or device into their ADL or IADLs. I will also be integrating the hip precautions into the ADL routine. I will be utilizing adaptive equipment into the dressing routine or the ADL routine, and then we'll be working together for safe transfers.
And these are the hip precautions that our patient will need to follow in order to safely ambulate and get up from chair, toilet, etc.
Okay.
Okay, Mrs. Jones, in order to properly stand up, what I want you to first do is I want you to use the bed and your hands to help yourself get up without bending forward, okay? You gotta remember your hip precautions. So if you can, use your hands to help yourself stand straight up from the bed. Good. Now you can grab a hold of the walker and we're gonna walk over to the bathroom.
Okay. And we are going to try a toilet transfer with a raised toilet seat.
So you're gonna walk over to the toilet and turn around. And I want you to back up until you feel your legs meet the toilet, and I want you to sit down the same way that you got up, keeping your back nice and straight. Good.
Good job. And why don't you stand up again? Great. All right, why don't we go and try some dressing now?
Okay.
Mrs. Jones, why don't you have a seat on the edge of the bed? Good job.
Thank you.
Hi, Mrs. Jones. I'll be your occupational therapist today. I'm gonna show you a few pieces of adaptive equipment that you can use to adhere to the hip precautions. So first, this is the socking. What you do is you put the sock on here as you would a normal sock on your foot. And you're going to drop it down and put your foot in the hole. So we're going to pretend like there's a sock here just so I can show you how to use it. So, drop it down. Grab a hold of the handles. Put your foot through. Perfect. Okay, great. And now these are other adaptive equipment. Another useful piece is the reacher. So this will help you to avoid bending down and adhering to the hip precautions. Perfect. Okay. Great.
Mrs. Jones, I'm going to take you to the kitchen. So can you stand up the way that Georgianne showed you without bending forward? Stand up. And now grab onto the walker. And I'm going to stand on your affected side of the side where you had your hip replacement. And we're going to walk towards the kitchen. How are you doing, Mrs. Jones?
Very good, thank you.